Hello and welcome to our LCAP community conversation. Today we're discussing school safety. Today's conversation starts with a discussion of the LCAP. We'll review our school safety measures. We'll talk about emergency communications. We'll review our LCAP safety data and we'll ask for some feedback. The Local Control Accountability Plan is a 3-year plan and it's developed with input from our educational partners. It includes goals, actions, and expenditures to address state and local priorities. The LCAP is funded through the local control funding formula, and school districts produce their LCAP each year to show how they use their LCFF funds to meet the needs of all students. Our LCAP in Glendale Unified is aligned to all of the Glendale Unified Board of Education priorities. We have a number of webinars ready for this year, and we would like to show you our calendar. Plus, at each meeting, we'll have an opportunity to hear from district leaders and also discuss important topics. At this time, I would like to turn the presentation over to Mr. Ago Yumesekian, who's the Director of Student Support Services for the Glendale Unified School District, and he'll walk us through today's presentation on school safety measures.
Thank you, Dr. Landisi. Good afternoon, everyone. This is a presentation that was presented to the board this couple of days ago during the board meeting on Tuesday. And it is about school safety and what are some of the features and things that we have on campuses throughout our district to make sure that students and families and staff feel safe so that education and learning can continue. As always, it is a delicate balancing act to make sure that schools are safe, but also a welcoming place. We would like to, we like to give our families and our community access to the facility. However, we also have to make sure that we are doing things, we have safety systems in place to make sure that not just anybody can enter the campus and possibly cause problems. The measures that we have in place are many. These are the most important ones. We have the school safety plans that are submitted to us by the school sites every year with their safety committee. We have the Raptor Suite, which manages emergencies on campus, visitors, and and schools use that to do their drills. We have cameras on every campus, and each year that number of camera increases as school sites add more and more cameras. We have our school resource officers from Glendale Police Department and our resource deputy from the La Crescenta Sheriff Station, security guards at all our middle and high schools. We have a very robust, maybe not the right word, but very detailed threat assessment protocol that all our schools and people who do the threat assessments are trained to do. All school sites are mandated by the state to do emergency drills. Elementary schools have to do 1 a month, and middle and high schools 2 a year. But we ask them to do more than 4. Our goal is to do 6 on each of the middles and high schools a year. We have the GIC tip line. Several years ago, we trained our staff, all our staff, on ALICE strategies, and those are things that are reinforced every year. We have PBIS, Positive Behavior Intervention and Support System for our students. We believe that punishment and consequences, although necessary, are not something that we should use all the time when we are able to restore or make students understand about what their mistake was, and so that they don't repeat it again. We have the Panorama Survey and California Healthy Kids Surveys that tell us about how our community, parents, students, and staff feel about the school and various questions that they ask about the safety and education and support that they get. And we also have crossing guards at all our elementary and middle schools, which is funded by the city of Glendale. School safety plans are very specific, and every year the Department of Education adds additional items that schools should work on to improve the safety of our schools. They are part of our board policy that we have to do. Do we have to do it in a certain way? Currently, schools are going to start to work on the safety plans for the 26-27 school year. So the way it's done is that you look at your current safety plan and you start assessing to see areas that need improvement for next year and for the current year, areas that need to change, or if they're okay to stay the way they are, they stay the way they are. So one of the things that were added for the 25-26 school year is the instructional continuity plan. That's where we have a situation where students cannot go to school. For example, this is something we faced during the unfortunate fires in Altadena. One of our schools was not able to go back to school because of damage from the wind, not the fire. So the school was out for a whole week. So even though we were able to pivot very, very quickly and were able to continue the instruction for the students on that campus, but now it is set in stone. There's a specific guideline and protocol that we have to follow. Each school has to follow in case there is a situation where instruction cannot continue on campus. We also had to add the sudden cardiac arrest plan, which basically is a very simple plan that tells our staff and our school sites what they can do and what they should do if they are faced with a situation where someone on campus is having a cardiac arrest. And this is pretty much what I just explained earlier. It is a very clear step-by-step action. Like I said, it's not complicated. It's very simple. I don't want to read it, but it's basic. You make sure that the person is safe. You call 911, CPR. We have AEDs on the campus to help resuscitate or bring back the pulse if necessary. And you follow these things in a loop until the first responders arrive and take over. One of the things that Can you go back? Yeah. One of the things that we are currently working on, which is supposed to be in our safety plans in the 26-27 school year, is what to have an emergency plan in place in case there are wildfires while students are in school. Again, such as the one that we experienced back in January of this year. And so it's going to be very detailed plan for every site to follow in case they have to evacuate, or what kind of safety measures they have to they need to put in place in case we have a wildfire situation while students are on campus. Our Raptor technologies, we have three suites from them. The visitor management, which is at all school sites. This particular system monitors visitors as they come in. They have to register in the system, and they get a unique badge that the computer prints or the printer prints that has their face on it and their name and the purpose of their visit and where they're going, as opposed to a basic generic badge that we used to hand out in the past. And then if anyone is deemed unsafe, and by unsafe, the thing that Raptor is capable of following or alerting us is for visitors who have been convicted of sexual predatory activities, or they're sexual predators, and they're also on Megan's Law or Megan's List, and those are the ones that it flags, and then we at that point there's a procedure on how to approach that person and how to take action. The other the suite we have from Raptor is the emergency management system. This particular system we started using a few years ago, and the main purpose of it is to be used while the school is on a lockdown. It facilitates and streamlines the communication between every single person on that, every single staff on that campus, along with district administration. so they don't have to make phone calls, they don't have to create text group chats, etc. It allows the staff members to take accountability of themselves and of students, basically account for them, the present, not present, if someone is missing, if someone is injured, etc. And eventually, it is also used to facilitate reunification once the emergency is over. Like I said earlier, I believe we have about 1,200 cameras at this point, maybe a little less than that. But since I started in this position, we've been adding cameras on campuses where we are able to, and we do it in-house. It is a very efficient way of doing it. It is cost saving. We don't have to spend a lot of money other than to purchase the actual hardware, the cameras. And then we have amazing staff members who are experts in installing cameras. So every year we add cameras at different sites, and so we can better monitor and eliminate some of the blind spots that we have on our campuses. And one of the other things that the Student Support Services and our technology department, ETIS, has been working on, and it's a 3-year project. We're in the second year. We're replacing all the servers for the cameras, which have been, they're getting older. Some of them are not repairable. So we have about 29 servers for our cameras. Last year, we were able to replace 13 of them. We are in the middle of changing another 12 this year, and then another 12 the following year, and we should be up to date with current, new servers with a larger capacity. They work faster, and under warranty. We have school resource officers and 1 school resource deputy. The 2 Glendale Police Department officers that are assigned to our schools, one of them is stationed out of Hoover, and the other one is stationed out of Glendale High School. Our sheriff's deputy is stationed out of Crescenta Valley High School. So we have about 6 schools in the county that are monitored and serviced by the sheriff's station up there in La Crescenta. And then the other remaining schools are in the city of Glendale, which are serviced by Glendale Police Department. And as in the past, we have security guards in all our middle school and high school campuses. And some of the larger campuses have more than 3 guards. Some of them have 3 guards, depending on the size of the campus. We closely monitor student drop-off and pickup every day. It is a very serious safety concern of ours. We have every school site, this is mainly for elementary schools, every school site has a very specific gate and very specific process that serves their school location and their gates and the streets that they exit and enter from. And that have many staff members monitoring it, making sure that students entering campus or leaving campus are doing so in a safe way. One of the biggest concerns that we've had are concerns that we get from our neighbors, because sometimes we have unsafe ways of some parents dropping off their students. I have personally seen parents stop on the other side of the street. The student gets out of the car from the driver's side and then runs across the street to get on campus. And we all understand the importance of getting the students in school on time. However, it has to be done in a safe way and not put anybody in harm's way. We have concerns from our neighbors, a lot of our sites, that parents constantly block their driveways, and we work with them and we work with our parents, and we always ask and always encourage our parents to make sure they follow the rules that the school has set in place. We all understand that the students have to be in school on time, and all of our gates and all of our schools and our elementary schools start their drop-off process very, very early in the morning. So sometimes managing your time by 5 minutes can make the difference between getting in and out quickly and or getting stuck in traffic. We, as part of our priority, we always want to make sure that we are effectively communicating and sometimes over communicating information with parents. There are multiple tools that we use. One of them is the main one is Parent Square, where the parents can download the app and you can see the QR codes on the screen. Android or an iPhone, you can download it, create your account based on the information of your students. And then at that point, you're able to get phone calls, emails, text messages, push notifications, and then they will be translated as well if you need the translation. We have a lot of information shared with parents on our website for each school, as well as there's one for the main one for the Glendon Unified School District. And there are several social media channels that are updated and information is shared with or through. One of the things that we always strive to do better every time we have an emergency, we learn from mistakes and we make it better for the next one if it happens. We do not want to deal with emergencies. We don't want them to happen, but if they're inevitable sometimes and we have to, is the communication with parents, with our community, with the public, with our law enforcement partners, with the students on campus, with the staff on campus. So there are these there are multiple ways of communicating, but we try to make sure that everyone who needs to know important information will be contacted one way or another, but mainly through Parent Square. The best thing that you can do as parents or guardians is make sure that your contact information is up to date in our system. Over the past few years, we've seen situations where wrong addresses are used, and that has led to some serious situations when we had to send law enforcement, our partners, to support a student in distress after school hours. And those students, we would discover that the student or the parent does not even reside at that address. So please, when you are updating your information, please use your correct information. It is the nighttime residence of the person, of the student, not so basically where the student lives during school days, Monday through Friday. That's what we are looking for. That's the address that we need to have on file. Your email addresses are absolutely important. If you have one, if you change yours, please update it. If you change your phone information, your phone number, please make sure you go in and update it. It is absolutely important that we have the most accurate and the most current information of where you live and your contact information. We also have the GUSC tip line. This is something that you can find either on Parent Square or you can get on our district website at www.gusc.net. It's on the screen /tip line. And you're able to submit any concerns you have, any information you'd like to share with us anonymously, or if you choose to, you can give us your name and your contact information for a follow-up or follow-through. Now I'd like to share some school safety data. One of the things that we always monitor is, what happened, the behavior data or the behavior analysis of our students every year. So what you're seeing on the screen are in the table. What you're seeing is the different types of referrals that are submitted to school administration during the school year. We have what's called the major referral types and the minor referral types. And the minor referral type will be student. It has been warned multiple times to come to class on time or not to disrupt the classroom. Those are minor referrals, as opposed to a major referral could be an altercation, could be where a student has put themselves or other students in danger, made threats, et cetera, et cetera. So if you see that there is an uptick in the number of referrals from going back 2 years from this year. So last year we had more major type referrals and more minor type referrals. But having a school district of approximately 26,000 students, it is not uncommon to see these many referrals. Not every referral that you see on your screen results into any kind of a consequence. Like I said earlier, our goal is to make sure that we work with the students and teach them and explain to them what is the right thing to do in case they're faced with a similar situation in the future, so they don't repeat the same mistake, and how to resolve issues among friends. So this is where we I can discuss the suspension data. This past year in 24-25, you see that we had 1,024 suspensions. Out of those 1,024 suspensions, 20% of those were students who were suspended more than once. But the number has increased because of several factors. One, last year we did notice we are doing and getting better at making sure that students are not using any types of racial language or hate language or any kind of incidents that involves someone's race or background or any kind of background the person has. So those numbers of suspensions have increased, unfortunately. So we are doing a better job at making sure that we are stopping any types of racial types of incidents from happening. And if they do happen, we are taking a very strong stance against it. And that's one of the reasons why the number of suspensions have increased in 24-25. Also, we had a little bit more altercations on some of our campuses. However, when we did the survey, and that's the panorama survey, we did also see that even though our suspension data has gone up, our students are feeling safer and safer on our campuses. If we compare the the students in middle school and elementary school, our employees and our parents and guardians, when they took the survey last year, you can see that they are feeling safer. Their sense of safety has increased because they are seeing the hard work and all the good work that our staff, our teachers, our administrators in the district office is doing to make sure that they're feeling safe. And we can tell you that if you feel safe, then there's learning happening. At this point, this is the end of my presentation, Dr. Landisi. So you can take it from here.
Yes, I want to thank you very much for taking the time to present to our community and our educational partners a little bit of the background on the work that goes into creating safe campuses and communities for all of our students and staff. As viewers of this webinar, we want to invite you to provide feedback on what you've heard. So we provided a quick survey that's available at gusd.net/share. Please feel free to respond to those questions when you have a moment. And again, we'd like to invite you to our future presentations that will be coming up. In fact, next month in October, we have the topic of mental health that will be shared by our staff here at the district, and you are welcome to join us then. There's always information available at your leisure at gusd.net/LCAP. So please stay engaged. We hope that you'll continue to learn, and please share your feedback with us. Thank you again for joining us on this webinar and this presentation.